Well, alrighty. So over the past couple of months, we've been seeing a lot of marketing when it comes to Daredevil Born Again, the latest series on Disney Plus at the very moment. It was supposed to be like a renaissance of Disney and a remontada. And so we thought, yes, this is going to be something totally different. Now, me personally, with all the trailers that I saw, some of the trailers actually woke me up a little bit, especially when I saw Foggy Nelson, Karen Page, and also when I saw John Branthos, the Punisher. I was like, yeah, I might want to see this. I'll bite, I'll give, I might want to see this particular series. However, shortly after, I even forgot that the series existed. You want to know why? Because they left a goddamn bitter taste in my mouth when they put that character on She-Hulk to embarrass him, to denigrate him, to defecate on top of him and humiliate the living hell out of that particular character. It left a bitter taste in my mouth, and I never spoke about that character since the days of She-Hulk up until today. And why am I talking about him today? Even though I've seen the series and I know that the series is good, I'm not surprised when it comes to the rating of the show. As you probably already know, Daredevil Born Again viewership ratings on par with Agatha, lower than the Acolyte, Ahsoka, and Loki. Yeah, damn it. Karma is a bitch in it. So without further ado, let's dive right into this article. I'm going to share my opinion as we go along. Feel free to share your opinions in the comment section below. Without further ado, here we go. Disney has revealed the viewership ratings of the heavily promoted Daredevil Born Again series. And much like the show itself, they are off to a very slow start, roughly on par with Agatha, one of the lowest rated shows on Disney. And that is music to my ears, ladies and gentlemen. The numbers are also lower than both the Acolytes, which is quite unbelievable, but believable. Ahsoka, rumored to be cancelled in its third season, the Acolyte also cancelled, as well as Percy Jackson, and significantly lower than Loki. Of course, it will be significantly lower than Loki. Loki was actually a good series. I mean, season 2 was way better than season 1, but yeah, it was generally a good series. Season 1 was not too good, but season 2 was definitely good. I don't care what anybody else want to say about that. According to Variety, Disney has reported that the first 2 episodes of Daredevil Born Again drew 7.5 million views in its first 5 days, whilst the site's report is its best debut for Disney Plus in 2025. What else has been released in 2025? I mean, trust Variety, of course. They are the biggest Disney kiss ass out there. They will do anything to make anything that Disney put out there look good. A 7.5 million views debut for a 5-day viewership is absolutely terrible. This is losing money for Disney, and they spent a lot of money on marketing. As per Agatha, its first 7 days, Agatha hit 9.3 million views, which averages about 1.3 million views per day, whilst Daredevil is 1.5 million views per day. So when it comes to the Star Wars series, The Acolyte is 11.1 million views in its first 5 days, which is 2.2 million per day, which is better. Also, when it comes to Loki is like 3 times better, which is like about 3.6 million views a day. Percy Jackson is 2.2 million views a day. So those are the viewership ratings when it comes to what Disney has released. And I'm surprised that Disney is actually releasing this. What are they trying to do? They're trying to tell us that we're turning a new leaf. We're going to be telling the truth from now on. If you're going to be telling us the truth, well, tell us how much you're spending on Snow White. Let's know how much you're spending on Snow White. Don't give us that bullshit number of $274 million, because we all know that that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. We want you to tell us the real truth, which is about 350 or 400 million. Tell us the real truth. Tell us the real truth about Captain America as well. Don't tell us this about this particular series that nobody cares about. Nobody cares about this. I don't even think many people are going to be concerned about the numbers on this particular series, because not a lot of people are going to watch it or are even paying attention to the series. And when it comes to the series itself, like I said, it's pretty good. So far, so good. But it's dry. It would take a type of, shutting your mind down from the actual series, from the Netflix version, for you to actually be able to enjoy this. You need to be able to set yourself and put your mind into normie mode to actually be able to enjoy this particular series. So regarding the Daredevil Born Again, while the series has been retooled, it remains to be seen what exactly has been fixed. The CGI is mid at best. They killed and wrote off two of the fan favorite characters and replaced them with two DEI substitutes. Well, I suppose they did replace Fergie with a black woman, as well as bringing another black woman as a reporter or something like that. So I'm supposing that those are the two DEI substitutes that these people are talking about, because Karen Page is not going to be on the series. So for me, I really hated the fact that they did a bait and switch when it came to those two, because I was really looking forward to seeing Foggy Nelson when it comes to this particular series. However, they killed him off in the very first episode. Sorry, spoiler alert. But yeah, it is what it is. The Kingpin's wife is now better than him, and there was a lot of talking going on and not much action. The end of the second episode does leave room for hope, so cross your fingers. Well, I've seen the third episode, and it's pretty much the same pace as the second episode. And for the next couple of episodes, it seems like it's going to be the same pace. And at the end of the day, from the way that I'm looking at things, I wouldn't be surprised if the viewership continues to drop down. Now, I gotta tell you guys, Disney put a lot of effort into this particular series. They spent a lot of money in marketing this particular series. It does have the look and a little bit of the feel of the Netflix version. However, when it comes to the action sequence or action scenes, there's very little to none whatsoever. So that's gonna be off-putting for a lot of people after some time, because you can only give us a little bit of drama for so long and people will get put off at the end of the day. And there's a whole heap of reasons why a lot of people are not interested to start with, because they held up for way too long. Last time we saw a Daredevil series was 2018 or 2017 or thereabout. Disney acquired the rights to this particular series over 7 years ago, did absolutely nothing with it. We didn't see Daredevil or Mark Murdock until he actually appeared for a few minutes on Spider-Man No Way Home, and then they brought him into She-Hulk to absolutely totally destroy him and embarrass him, and did all that nonsense to him, which was totally off-putting to a whole lot of people. Not to add the fact that they've been planning this all along, even from Endgame. If you guys watched Endgame, the way they did Endgame, how Thanos was just dispatching of all the male characters, the way he beat up Hulk in the beginning, the way he beat up Iron Man, Thor, and Captain America, and had a hard time fighting with Captain Marvel, as well as had a hard time fighting with Wanda, right? It was really, really just in the writing. We saw the whole thing in the writing. We knew this was the way that they were going to go with the MCU, with all the woke things, with all the social justice stuff. They've put people off, and this is what they are paying for now. Karma is a goddamn bitch.